So you're probably wondering what the Talkative Bunch uses to record our podcast. We use Anchor. Anchor is 100% free. There's creation tools that allow you to edit and add things to your audio directly in the programming. And above all else, Anchor distributes your podcast to literally everywhere, like Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and just stuff like that. Anchor is really, really awesome, and the Talkative Bunch uses Anchor, and it's perfect.
3, 2, 1, go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the
Talkative.
Talkative.
Was pretty good, but to harmonize it was shitty.
Welcome back to the Talkative Bunch podcast. The date is May 6th. This is episode 6.
This is episode 5.
No, it's not. It's episode 6.
Last episode was episode 5.
Last episode is episode
Wait, are you
5.
sure?
100%.
No, yeah.
We
yeah,
just
yeah,
uploaded?
No, he's
No.
right.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
It's okay,
I'm
and
stupid.
he's right.
I'm joined by you-know-who, Austin, Morgan, and Jake. I'm Ondash, the host.
And on this episode, what are we gonna do
Please don't.
Morgan, what the fuck?
about this?
For the listeners at home, Morgan just whipped out lighter.
Don't tell
fluid
them.
and a light-
Hey, listeners aren't allowed to know unless they're on YouTube.
Okay. Stop it. So this
What
is
did you
a
actually just fucking...
this is a shoot the shit episode. This is a
And we have
recurring
all
segment.
the...
This is a recurring theme we have where we just essentially
Burn
have
things.
30,
He's like-
He's just
30 to
burn-
45
We
minutes
should
in.
commit arson.
You guys try to follow.
Yeah. So when I did that, I pulled out a can of charcoal lighter and a lighter. What the guys don't know is when I said I was going down to the bathroom earlier in between episodes, I was actually just going down to grab that, and I brought both of those in without you guys knowing.
That's really impressive.
That's him.
You remember?
you got us
remember
behind
when
the
I was?
couch.
That
Remember
is
when I
true.
was sitting here and looking up at you, and you thought I was like reacting to something else? Oh, Mason said something he shouldn't have, and then you looked at me and thought I was reacting to that. I was reacting because I thought you saw me just put a giant thing of charcoal lighter
Damn.
right under the couch.
That shit hurted.
That shit hurt.
I should have noticed.
Get out that. Get out of there.
That's a battery.
Get out of there.
We can set that on fire. It'll go...
No, it's lithium ion.
Why am I
so
a
it'll
part of the
Don't
show?
disrespect the ion.
You're the one who came up with this idea.
What idea?
The idea.
I love it.
What are you guys' favorite hip hop artists? If you have any.
Alice Cooper.
Jake, do you have a favorite hip hop artist? You're dressed
The
like a hip
Beatles.
hopper.
Hip
I forgot my head.
I like the Beatles.
I hadn't
I
just...
prefer the
stroked
OG
again.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Snoop
OG Sugar.
Dog.
1979.
The O-double-G. I'm pretty
Sugar,
sure I'm
sugar
loud
show.
enough. Am I loud enough?
I was not
I'm
trying
definitely
to do it. I
loud
was just
enough.
What were you doing?
I just
out,
could
shush
not
out,
get a
shush.
word out.
Shawshank Redemption's a good
For the-
movie.
Shaw-
Shawshank Redemption is a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It
So
seems
this episode, we're going to talk about
Shawshank
how
Redemption.
Macaulay Culkin was dated / married to Mila Kunis for like 8 years.
I am
In
still in
between
shock.
And then started
2002
doing
and
crack.
2011? No.
And then started smoking crack.
Allegedly.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
He
Allegedly.
did something.
Allegedly.
It is
He was just
some,
huffing paint.
Anyways, yeah. So I found that out the other day when we had the podcast talking about Macaulay Culkin. But yeah, I found that out, and then I just brought it up earlier today, and they didn't believe me. So I was like, well, let's talk about it on the Shoot the Shit. So yeah, Macaulay Culkin and Mila Kunis dated quietly for 8 years in between the years 2002 and 2011, and then they split when...
That's 9 years.
It doesn't matter. They split around when Mila Kunis
I don't
started
like that
getting
continue.
more star power. Not because
Star
of that,
power.
but around there. And then they said that the
Star power.
she got the star power, which is why she's on the Jack Daniels commercials.
No biggie.
No.
No
No
biggie.
biggie.
Is it Jack Daniels? I thought it's Jim. It's Jim Bean.
It doesn't matter. It was the same. Shout out Jack Beam. Jim Daniels.
Shout out Beer Lax.
Shout out Beer Lax.
This episode's sponsored by Beer Lax.
Yeah, our own product. It's beer,
Beer and Lax.
and laxatives, so it gets you super
We have our
crunk,
first can right
and
here.
and then it makes you shit.
Good time.
Yummy.
Oh, yeah,
Tons of fiber.
Beer
Yeah,
Very
so
fibrous.
kick us off with a topic. Besides that, I guess. I guess we already kicked off.
If you guys
We're
would want to
kicking.
have a superpower, what superpower would you guys have?
Invisibility.
Yo,
Freezing.
invisibility, yeah.
Invisibility.
Why invisibility?
I'd do whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah, you would pretty much. Well, first of all, you no need to be self-conscious about literally anything or what you look like because you're invisible. Second of all, you could.
Wait, am I allowed to turn it on and off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then yeah.
That
That wouldn't be a
That's
power. It'd be
fucking
kind of a
lit.
curse.
Yeah, it would be a curse if you're always invisible.
Kinda.
Ghosts? Or actually just invisible people?
That's a curse.
Are we doing invisibility where your clothes are still there, or like you have to be naked? To be
I would say
invisible?
you
I
can.
wouldn't care. If I'm invisible,
Anything
I'm
you
gonna be
wished
too-
on you to be invisible
right 'cause
is
it's a
invisible.
power.
So you could be like you could be holding something and you could choose for it to be invisible or
Right.
not. You know, it's a superpower. You can make things that you touch invisible. You're invisible
Hypothetically
yourself.
speaking, like if you were to if your clothes did not turn invisible with you and you like robbed a bank, no one would be able to figure out who you are because they don't have any face.
If you did it without clothes on and were just straight up invisible, or had clothes on and you were straight up invisible, they wouldn't even know anyone even
exactly,
robbed
that's
the
what I'm
bank.
saying.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that. So that's the thing that really kicks it for me is you would be able to do so many things, either good
I could
or
get
bad.
some cool
It
places.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It could be good or bad. It just depends on the kind of person you are. But you could do so many bad things and you could do so many good things. It's just a really underrated superpower.
I think I definitely like if I had invisibility would like watch someone do something.
Oh,
Wait, I just realized
Why was that so vague? You
why'd
could've
you
picked
do so
anything.
creepily?
What could that
I
even
would
meant?
watch someone
do something.
I would watch someone do something.
like,
You know.
You know.
This is gonna sound awful.
Wait.
You can't say that on the internet.
No, we're cutting that out.
No, that's too much.
That's gonna be a bleep.
Yeah, you know
I'll
what?
actually put the bleeps
that'll-
in this
that'll
episode.
be-
Why?
Sleep.
It's natural. People do it. It happens.
I bet the Amish don't do it.
I bet some Amish
Shout
do.
out Amish.
Run from Amish. Wait, escape from Amish.
Dude, the Amish go hard.
In what aspect? I mean, yes, but what aspect?
Dude, I'm talking so for people who don't know,
For the Amish who are listening on their wooden telephones.
For the Amish that are listening on that one period you get to go out into the
that's what I'm talking
outworld.
about. It's called Rumspring.
Why do you know what it's called?
He
Learned
used to
about
be
it in
Amish, he's a
the Amish said
Because we live in
socialism class.
Ohio. We know.
We learned
That's
about
true.
it in Soch in high school.
Crochet class.
Yeah.
That'd be
And
cool.
so essentially it was this whole documentary.
Andosh is a socialist.
It's called it was called
He doesn't deny it.
I'm not going to get into this. It was called
Andosh is a communist.
All right.
The Red
Oh,
Scare.
gosh,
All right.
Andosh heavily believes in Karl Marx's theories.
Leave.
We did it.
Do
He's
it. You
leaving.
won't. You won't.
All right, all right.
the
What were we
Amish.
even
Oh, the
talking
Amish,
about?
yeah.
So the Amish
Basically,
people.
I learned in Soch.
Yeah, they go to
there's this-
Rumpspring.
There was this movie called The Devil's Playground, and
No.
it was showed how these Amish kids.
How Michael Jackson touched children.
No, that's
Whoa.
a
We
different.
can't
Hey,
say
we
that.
watched
We
that.
can't say that because it's history. It happened.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay,
That's
here's
why
the
we're allowed
thing.
to talk about Hitler.
Here's the thing. So during Rumspringa, what occurs is they're allowed.
an A at the
Amish
end.
people are allowed to live among what they call us the English, so they're allowed to live among the English. And
Hello.
Oh, who told the Amish about Corona?
And they can just do anything.
That
they
was supposed to
want.
be me. Oh, I got it.
I gotta get out of here. So anyway, the Amish
sure
just
they
go
know.
wild during this
No,
time.
obviously
So
they know now.
here's the thing. Do you know the guy? You guys know the show Big Brother? I've heard of it.
No.
Kinda.
Oh, that's the one
It's a
where
reality
you're,
TV show.
Big Brother.
Yeah, it's a reality TV show. So they're not allowed to have their phones on the show, and it's still going on and being
Oh,
filmed.
wait, I know what
so
you're
they
talking about.
don't know about the.
I know. It's like
coronavirus.
they know though. They told them.
They did,
I watched
but like for the
artic- I
longest
saw the
time, like
article.
when people and stuff was shutting down, like the early months of the coronavirus, like that was happening in the United States, they just weren't informed.
They just
about it.
casually
They
didn't
just
know.
casually didn't know. They didn't know until like I honestly want to say
Like a-
April,
like-
April.
Yeah, like the like middle part of April, I saw like they didn't know till then, and then the producers came on and like, hey, we just want to let you know that like people are dying out
There's
there.
a global pandemic.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That's like Survivor. Like, what are these Survivor contestants doing? They're just on an island.
Then by the time they come back, it's like, oh shit.
Like, can they even get voted off the island now?
You're not allowed to leave.
So who is Jeff Probst?
Dude, don't get me started. Where'd he come from? Is he just Survivor? Like,
did he have jobs before?
like,
that?
is that the only reason like we know him
Who's this guy?
the
Survivor
host of
host.
Survivor
for
Jeff
37,
Probst.
37 seasons, baby?
the whole time?
The whole time.
Where did he come from? He just wears khakis and Hawaiian shirts and appears.
Dude, that's the greatest job
I
ever.
kind
That's
of like
pretty
to
good.
think where Joe Rogan comes from sometimes. I know he came from Fear
He was-
Factor though.
He was a comedian, he's a stand-up
Yeah.
comic.
And
Yeah,
then
his
he
is-
did
his
Fear
is
Factor,
easy.
Then he
and then-
hosted Fear Factor.
But like what
Yeah.
Jeff
And now he
Probst did.
makes $800,000 per podcast episode. Look that up. That's fucking crazy.
It's so much.
That's like
money.
more than
That's like that's only like half what we make. But
Right, because we make 1.6.
Thanks to our loyal fans.
Yeah, go donate to us on
Uh,
Patreon.
yes,
We don't have a Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon.
we have
We
an
will.
OnlyFans.
We're gonna
though.
make it.
we don't listen to anybody.
We have an
This isn't real.
OnlyFans.
Okay,
I'm gonna put
I'm
the
making a
OnlyFans
Patreon.
link, Mr. Editor. OnlyFans link in my arms.
That's me.
that'll take you to Patreon. Don't worry.
I'll
about
do it. I'll do it.
Don't
too.
make us an OnlyFans.
Make us an OnlyFans.
Please
Make
make
us
us an
both. We can
OnlyFans.
rack in money from two types of people.
That's
We should catfish people.
We'd like to take a poll of our
They're-
of our listeners. Comment on our
poll?
Twitter that
you should make a
poll-
Twitter poll.
I should make a Twitter
should
poll
make
if
a
we
poll
should make an
Twitter.
Wait, how many
OnlyFans, a
followers do they have on
Patreon,
Twitter?
or just
None, because he doesn't
mail
have
us
the username
money.
set up.
You didn't do it between episodes, did you?
I did not.
Oh my gosh, just do it.
It's
right
okay.
now.
At least they're all recorded on the same day.
He's gonna forget about it if he doesn't do it now.
Nah.
Because we don't
because
wanna
then
do
I
it.
have to deal with that.
Right.
So does Jake. But then I have to
Right.
deal with Jake dealing with that.
And then I
And
have
it's just a
It's-
cluster
it's
fuck of
layers
cutting.
and layers of fuck. All right.
It's so bad. Hey, why is the lens
just like Michael
closed?
Jackson's Neverland Ranch.
Say Michael Jackson what?
Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. Just layers
Oh, just layers. Do you guys? Do you all know? Oh, I was with you all when we fucking watched.
Yeah,
that.
you
No,
complained the
you
whole
protested it.
time.
I did
You're like,
not.
guys, I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to
So-
watch this.
So for
Well, yeah,
reference,
okay, that's like
for reference, the movie came out. The documentary came out about all the allegations against Michael
You should
Jackson.
tell the whole story, like
What?
of the night, what happened.
I don't remember that night.
I remember it.
It was so
So
long ago.
Basic.
Yeah, all right. If you remember it, go for it. But for reference, the movie it
Right.
had just come out within the past 3 weeks or so, and we were like, we're gonna watch it. So
Basically, we all were hanging out. On, were you there?
I wasn't there.
It was us three, and then our other mutual friend Joey
no, and Greg. Greg was there.
and
Greg was there.
Greg.
No,
No,
was
I don't think
Greg
I
was there. I remember.
No, Greg was
'cause
there.
He was
Greg-
pissing himself laughing the whole time.
Oh
Right.
no! We were all no. Somebody left at some point, so it was just
you
like
left, dude.
no. That was on no.
Yeah, you did, cause you. Okay, basically,
How could he have left if he remembers further?
a
into the
really
night than
big
you're saying?
snowstorm hit.
Oh, you came back.
I did.
Yeah.
come
I remember
back.
this night.
A,
I remember
a
this
really
night.
big
yeah.
snowstorm hit. Morgan's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go home before it gets
Andash-
bad.
He
okay,
made it
so
to
we were
the
playing-
elementary
Let's do
school.
context.
We were playing
Continue.
Catan, and Catan. For every time I played it with them, I always almost won, and then Andash let Joey do something, and then I lost every time, every single time. And it was I always tried to be friends with Andash early on in the game, and then continued that relationship, and then in the end, he always fucked me over, even though he didn't have to. It always ended up
I
on
just
the
wanted the
last
game to be
round.
over.
It always ended up on the last round where Joey goes before me, but he wouldn't have won if Anash didn't let him do it something, and then the next turn I would have won literally the next turn. So I was pissed at Andash, but not that pissed, but I was mad.
He was
So I'm like,
mad
all right.
enough to be like, all right, I'm going home.
I was like, all right, I'm just going to go home. So, middle of a snowstorm, I get in my front wheel drive Ford Fusion, sponsored by Fusion.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Fusion. Why can't we be sponsored by Fusion?
You
Like
think energy's
binary
gonna give us
fusion?
more
Yeah.
money?
Anyways, I
If
drove.
you do it again, I
I
will literally
exited
murder you on
Austin's
this
house.
show.
I drove down the road, went around a roundabout, and got to a hill. Now, this whole time, snow's pretty bad. About a foot and a half on the roads. Not abnormal for Ohio, but, you know, I'm used to being in a bigger car than the Fusion, so...
Also, it's April and it's about to snow this week. It's May and it's supposed to snow
Don't
this
remind
weekend.
me.
Anyways, I get down to a hill. I'm slow. I'm going like 20. You know, a safe speed for how horrible the roads are. I get over a hill, and I see at the bottom of our hill are 2 cars that have collided at the bottom of the hill. So I'm like, oh fuck, you know, there's police there, and they're trying to get rid of it. They're trying to fix the scene, right? So I'm slowly going down the hill. So I'm pumping the brakes, trying to like as slowly as I can stop myself before I inevitably just hit them. And I am able to stop myself, and I turn around, do a 3-point turn on the road. No idea, pure luck how I was able to stop and do this. Drove slowly back to Austin's house, back around the roundabout, back to his house. I walk inside, and I said, what did I say?
You said, nah, fuck that shit.
I was like, no, fuck that. I can't. It was literally 5 minutes later. I was like, all right, I'm leaving. And then I left. And I literally 5 minutes later, I come back and he was like, fuck that. I'm not.
And
I
then
can't
we watched the
drive home.
documentary.
It was hilarious because Morgan was wearing. So Morgan enjoys khaki pants, and he was like, the snow
They're comfortable.
They're comfortable, and the snow was up to his shin, and his legs were just wet from walking from his car to the house. He was like, "Yeah, fuck that, I'm not doing this." And then we watched Neverland Ranch, and I got really freaked out.
We watched it one
Andash,
night.
and we can try to. Everybody was down to watch it, but Andash, we're like, let's watch the movie about Michael Jackson diddling kids. And he's like, no, we're not going to. And I was, we're all like, yeah, let's do it. And I was just like, I don't.
I
want
then
to.
agreed.
Testifying
I then
against
agreed.
Andash because
He
I
did
know
not
he's
agree. We
not
forced
going
him
to
to.
agree to this. I wasn't even there, and I know.
We forced him to.
Yeah, and then we started
how these
watching
go.
it, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm just like, I'm so uncomfortable. I'm like, yeah, it's supposed to make you uncomfortable.
Like
But-
it's not supposed to be like a
It's
comedy
not-
or
yeah.
some shit. It's supposed to be a documentary
Yeah,
about
no,
Michael
it's just
Jackson.
show about
fucking
Michael
children.
Jackson. Nicholas. Yeah, let's watch it.
No, it was so funny.
It wasn't a thing where like, let's do this as a joke. We're like, we're genuinely interested. Let's
Right.
watch it. Anda's just like, I don't find this enjoying.
I
find this enjoyable.
I felt like it was something I needed to finish by myself, which I did. I finished it by myself. and
Did
it
you?
was very-
What was the
yes.
ending?
Michael
I
Jackson
don't wanna
touched
talk
the
about it.
You didn't watch it. You didn't watch
Michael
it.
Jackson touched a bunch of kids.
We
That's
got
the
him.
ending.
We got
No,
him,
that's
boys.
the whole movie.
We got him, boys.
No,
What
that's-
scene was at the ending?
I don't wanna-
You didn't watch it. You
Wait,
didn't
I
watch
want
it.
to know. What
I don't. I know. Oh shit!
That's
No,
a twist.
no, Morgan. The end scene's literally the beginning scene.
Yeah, I didn't finish the second half of the movie. Shout out Mike.
No. Why can't we shout out Michael Jackson? All right, he touched
is
kids.
bad.
We can't
but he was
endorse
the king
him.
of pop.
Everybody endorses him.
Everybody
That's the one
loves
thing that
Michael
pisses me
Jackson.
off.
No.
Everybody endorses
Do you not like Michael Jackson?
But he literally
Not
touched
really.
children. Huge, like terabytes on his computer of child porn.
Is that true?
Yes. He had a closet that was locked up that the FBI found. All right, I don't know if that's completely true, but there was evidence of it
It's like,
and
all
FBI
right.
papers.
And he's still famous. And you know what?
And
It's
people
because he
still love
died
him. And
first.
people, a
Think
lot
about
of
Bill
people
Cosby,
I
though.
found, if you go up to people and say, and be like, Michael Jackson, they'll be like, oh, I love Michael Jackson, King of Pop. And then you'll be like, he touched children. And they'll be like, no, King of Pop.
Okay.
They're the worst.
That's exactly the
Also-
voice that they'll use.
People still like Bill Cosby.
No, not as much as
Not
Michael
as much
Jackson.
as Michael Jackson, but they still
But,
do.
yeah,
I don't like this.
but
Oh.
that's a good reference. And I talked about it with Andash maybe earlier about
me.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, it was me.
It's like, he touched underage kids. He trafficked them or whatever. But people aren't going to be like, I'm still big fans of that guy.
Yeah.
Like, no, but why does Michael Jackson get a pass?
Oh no, still big fan of that guy. I have another snow story. I think one of you can help. I think you were in a different car, but
I was with you.
yeah, Was it you?
Was I with there too? Because
No, you were-
Same
are we calling
hill.
it two separate stories.
Oh, different car. You were the one driving the other car with him. It was me, you, and Greg.
Me, you, and Mason, I think, were in the car.
No, I
Tell
was
the
just-
story.
it when
I don't
that car
remember
went-
this.
yeah,
No,
when it
so-
literally.
I was in the front, so you guys had been in my car.
No.
we called
I
them
was in
and
the
they-
It was in-
Yukon.
it was
I
the
was in the
Yukon, though.
So this is. So do you want to tell?
No, that thing that I'm thinking of, we weren't in the Yukon. I drove, and we took your car or his car. Because we were going to the movies. It was when we
I
showed
thought
up.
I
We're
was
like, hey, what do we
driving,
want to
though.
do? And we're just like, fuck it, let's go see the movie. Let's go see a movie.
It wasn't when we saw us, was it?
Yeah.
It was.
Are you talking about when that drunk driver came down?
Oh no, I'm talking about when.
I
we
was
were
driving.
all there.
I
for
was
that.
I'm
driving
talking
for
about
that.
when
yeah.
I.
Morgan drove one. I drove one because we called their car and said, hey, don't pass us. This guys.
Right. I
Oh,
remember
he
that.
He was
He
blasted.
was okay. So there's a huge hill, and we're in an intersection going.
I remember when we
across
got on the
huge hill.
highway.
Yeah, so we're going on this intersection across this huge hill. This dude in this shitty old truck comes flying down like in the middle of the road down this giant hill. Fucking drifts almost a full 360 around, backs himself up, and starts going straight in front of us.
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
And then he
pulled in,
gets-
fucking drifted
Yeah.
the intersection horribly sloppy.
Wait,
and then
I
is
was-
swerving all the way up the road, and we followed him all the way until we got to the highway entrance where he curved onto the wrong side of the road and cut off into the
He
highway.
went on the off ramp and then turned around.
As
real
far
fast.
as I remember,
Oh yeah.
as far as I remember, I don't remember any of this, but I remember driving behind you guys. And I
Right.
remember
I
Joey
remember getting the
calling
call-
me.
the
Joey
call.
calling
Joey
me.
called them.
Joey
tell
call-
them not to pass.
Joey called me, and I was just like, "The fuck is Joey calling me for?" I'm literally like, I see him. He's like, "Don't try to pass us."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Oh wow." So the other story that
Way to do that
involves
because
us-
we know Ondosh would.
He wasn't a
it was the
driver.
snow story that
was the
Austin's gonna talk
driver.
about.
So this is a quick one. So we're going somewhere else.
Sheets. We're going to Sheets.
We're going to Sheets. We were in 2 cars, and it was snowy, and the exact same hill that the crash was at the bottom of. In Morgan's story,
I
we
think
were
the same day. It was earlier. That day.
no
Hill by the
No, it
elementary
wasn't
school.
because I was there this one.
Yeah, Jake was there, but we were going down the same hill, and it was snowy, and then all of a sudden my SUV turns this way, and we slide.
No. Did that happen twice? Because I was in your car that time. It was me, you. It was me, you, and Anash. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
this time we're talking.
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And then we slid down like that,
For like 2 seconds sideways.
and then kind of like that, and then all of a sudden just like that
And we
again.
corrected, yeah.
And then all of a sudden we just look at each other. We're like, "What just happened?"
What's the timestamp?
21 minutes.
We got time. We got time.
But like that was
That was my scariest
that
car
was a scary
experience.
because like
That
we
sounds
felt it
terrifying.
slowly.
Well, the story for it too.
I mean, since we're from
Am
a
I
high,
the only one that enjoys sliding in my
Oh,
car?
I kind of like it,
oh,
but
it's
I-
fun, but
not
like,
during
Well,
like that
okay,
one.
so for
Reasons.
reference, I deliver pizza, and in the winter, it's fucking awesome because I also don't have brakes on my car. So I just fly. Not
He
fly through.
Flintstone stops
I
his
fucking-
car.
yeah,
You know,
I shove my
Cuts two
teeth to the
holes
bottom of the
in
car. I just find it really fun when I'm turning, and I just keep going this way.
I sometimes will intentionally brake a little harder in the snow just to
That's
feel
dangerous.
A little,
That's dangerous. I'm calling the police.
The KGB.
Why'd you knock on that?
It's the police.
No, it's not. You knocked.
For
on
those
that.
of you who don't know, that's not actually. It's not.
That's
it's
actually
not
a
in the thing.
door.
That's actually.
We should get a pet.
I just put down
Podcast pet.
the down payment for a cat. I'm getting a cat,
What kind?
Tabby.
Oh right,
From
you
Delta's
told us this
girlfriend.
last week. I
Yeah.
was like, "Are you
Did
lying?" Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you said we were trying to.
I gave her. I
saw
we
you
gave
put
him.
on Facebook too about that one. Those people are fucking stupid.
Wait, what thing?
You were trying to adopt a cat, but they were asking for donations and not letting you adopt a cat.
Oh no! I'm gonna tell the story, yeah, because this is the perfect place for it. Because I didn't want to just continue it there. All right, so we were on the search for a cat. So we found this cat that we really wanted on Pet Finder. Or me and
What's an
Olivia.
app?
What?
Pet Finder?
A website. It's just you.
Sounds like Pokemon Go.
Yeah, kind of.
Nissan makes it.
Anyways,
Kind of is. You just go.
it's
and
kinda
take
like
the animal.
So we
Nissan's
find one.
Pathfinder.
We find one that we really like. His name was Frankie.
Aw.
He was just adorable. But I contacted them. I just sent them a like an email through Pet Finder, and it sent it to the email like that, and just never got a response for like 2 days. I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna go to their Facebook and Facebook message them. I'm gonna read my Facebook messages.
Yes, sir.
I love
primary sources.
Yeah, because this is I'm so mad about this. I'm not really, but April 30th, 8:31 p.m. Hello. It is about 2 days after I emailed. Hello, I emailed you about Frankie on Pet Finder, but figured Facebook would be more direct. I had a few questions about Frankie. How old is he, and would he be good in a home with two cat-friendly and calm dogs? There are no children and no plans to be any. Thank you. And they have like an automated response that says, "Hi, thanks for contacting us. We've received your messages. Somebody will reply within 24 hours," something like that. And I said, "Thank you." That was April 30th at 8:30. May 1st at 11 a.m. So this is a day later at 11. Sorry for the delay. We will be in touch soon. We have been inundated with calls about stray kittens. Please bear with us. Thank you, Kim. This is great and all, except for the fact that they posted on Facebook that their phone line was down and did not work, and I tried to call them, and it did in fact not work. So where are they getting calls about cats that they're inundated with? They're not, because their phone lines were down, right? So I responded an hour later. Sounds good, Kim. We are very interested, so keep in touch. They read it and did not reply. Then that night at 11:18 at night, I sent them, would it be easier just to call, or would you rather we continue on here? Because they weren't responding to my email, my call, or my Facebook message, which is, fine, but, I'm just asking them a simple question. Plus, they never responded to the questions about the cat.
Peeved about this.
They never even said if Frankie was still available. So, we have other cats we wanted to look into at the time, but we were waiting for their response, which they just weren't giving. So they have an application on their website, so I took it off their website, filled it out, emailed it to their email, and the personal email that was on the Facebook. Their email, which was camscatguardians@gmail.com, which was what they listed as their pet finder email, and what pet finder emailed, doesn't exist. Not an email.
So you're just good. I know Morgan, and I can already tell at this point he's
I'm just
steamed and just a little
I'm
bit cooked.
Okay. It literally sent back that thing when you email someone's email that doesn't exist, applicant could not be found, whatever. So I sent them the application screenshotted on Facebook Messenger on May 2nd at 7:24. They sent back the same automated message from before. So it clearly goes on if someone hasn't responded this long, they just send the same automatic message. And I sent back, here is the application in case the email does not reach you. Read, did not respond. Tuesday at 12:07 p.m. This is probably May 3rd. I don't know. Hi, Morgan. Thanks for the application. One of us will be in touch soon. Kim. I said, okay. And this is after they're posting daily on Facebook. So I'm just posting them 30 minutes after they post something on Facebook. Because I'm like, well, if they're already posting something, they're clearly active. And they read it and did not reply. So then an hour later, I said, we only want to know if Frankie is still available. If not, no need to be in touch. Read it, did not respond. So then they posted again on Facebook a day later. And I'm like, come on at this point. I'm like, clearly, there's something weird afoot here, whatever. And on that Facebook post, another lady sends or posts a thing that says, hi, I've been trying to adopt a cat. You guys haven't said anything.
I swear to fucking God if this person responded to them.
No, they said, okay, let me go to the post. She said, I've been trying to adopt a cat from you, but have had trouble reaching you. I've been waiting for a call, but I'm still here. And they responded to them, Kim has been in touch with you. And that's kind of, mean. No, I'm sorry, whatever. So then I saw that. They hadn't responded to her when I saw it. So I sent, I've also been trying to adopt a cat. You haven't answered our emails or phone call. I never use Facebook for generally anything ever. So me posting something on Facebook means
Bonkers.
Either I'm just,
Something's going
So I said,
down.
I've been trying to adopt a cat. You haven't answered our emails or phone call. The most I can get in a week of trying from your Facebook Messenger is, we'll get back to you soon. In the time that you sent that, you could have answered at least the cat's age, or even if it's still available. Instead of a donation, wouldn't it be better to have me pay an adoption fee and adopt a cat? Because they keep asking for Amazon donations for their company. Wouldn't it be better for me to take a cat and give them the $75 adoption fee? Yeah, you'd think so, right? And they responded to me after leaving me on red several times over a week-long period. Morgan Tift, I responded to your message several hours ago. Please check.
Oh, gosh.
Here's what they said. Sorry for the delay. Yes, Frankie is still available. We have a large stack of applications that we are working through. Thank you for your patience. And I just left it. I'm like, I'm not going to comment on the Facebook. I'm not going to do anything. They don't have a Yelp, or else I'd leave them a terrible review. Because I usually wouldn't do that, but this is just ridiculous.
You know that Google will or Yelp will delete. Okay, So if you don't have a track record of putting out reviews and you leave a bad review, Yelp will just delete it if they seem unfit. Like
I have some Yelp reviews, but most of them are like trying to help a company out that
Yeah.
did something really nice for me or whatever. But so, like what I wanted to send them back or at least post in the comment or whatever, I just didn't because I just gave up. We found another cat that we really, really are going to love, and it's, over and done with. But what I really wanted to tell them was, I'm
You just
really
lost business, like literally.
first of all, you lost business. You lost adopting a cat to a very loving home, where it'll live out its life completely, joyful. But also, at this point, I don't want to adopt a cat from you, and I don't think other people should, because if this is the way you're going to run a business, I don't want to see how you're going to treat your cats. If it's any way in the same way, whatever.
That's a conspiracy.
And like, I don't know, a little ridiculous. And obviously, I'm not, too in tune to the animal world out, but it's just a little ridiculous that some person would set up like this really, cat adoptions, they're trying to do this shit. All right. And then, just do something.
Dogs or cats,
obnoxious like
guys?
that. I would say cats until you have a home and are able to take care of them.
I agree.
Until for dog. So
Yeah.
dog, my rule was I'm not getting a dog until I have a house where they can have a yard and I'm able to take care of them. Because I have a condo right now, which is an apartment, and I don't think a dog would be very good.
That's what I'm saying. Because like, you never hear the complaint like in an apartment being like, "Wow, the neighbor's cat's too loud."
You always hear dog, yeah.
You always hear dog, but I love dogs too.
And they
I'm a
need
fan of
space
both.
to
I'm
roam.
a fan of both.
yeah,
I
me
am
too.
too, yeah.
I think
Dogs,
I like all
dogs
animals.
I don't know. I
definitely,
think I prefer dogs a little more. They're just more of a companion.
That's true. Yeah, cats.
Like
yeah.
I like both.
I like cats just for the fact that like they're either there or they're not.
Yeah, they don't. They could follow you around, but like.
At the same time, they're like, I could go sleep in the sun.
So hey, I understand you're calling my name, but go fuck yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
There was
They're
research
divas.
into they can hear you and
Oh,
they
yeah, they just
understand
don't
you
give a
when
fuck.
you say their name. They're just like.
You know what? I would like to poop in my litter box, but I think I'm gonna poop
Right
2
in-
inches away from it.
Hey,
Just
what
to
time are
pee
we
you.
at? What time are we
We passed 30 minutes, so
All right, do you want to end the episode here?
Yeah.
Um,
I would say so. And then we,
like, subscribe.
yeah.
Like,
Thank you for
subscribe.
Go
listening.
buy yourself some tacos because you deserve that shit.
If you're wondering, if you're wondering why it seems a little short, we're gonna shoot the shits down to
30 to
30
45.
minutes. 30 to 40. Yeah,
Oh,
30
we're
to
go-
40.
Yeah, we're just however we feel. At least 30.
It's just we're gonna keep them because our main focus has been people really like them, but they're a little long and confusing to follow. So if we keep them shorter, we think that'll curve that.
Also, keep giving us feedback directly. I mean, most of the
We're up
people
for just about anything.
We're up for listen to suggestions or topics you guys want to talk about and listen
Oh.
to. So
We didn't even talk about what topic we were gonna do next week. Did we pick it?
No,
Or
Not yet.
I thought we did
Cults.
cults.
I thought we were doing that this week. To be honest, until today.
I did too. I told you last night. I said, what topic are we doing? Because I had already started research on cults.
I think we decided cults and then alternatively decided conspiracies. Anyways, thank you for listening. We have another episode to record. So
yes, let's
Yes.
harmonize in the end like we did in the beginning.
No.
3, 2, 1.